Public Podcast, Milwaukee Internet Radio, unapologetically black. And yes, welcome to the first week of February 2024. I think I'm gonna love this month already, even though it's the smallest month for people of color. I wouldn't even trip on that because every day I'm black, not just 28. What they say, 29 days in February this year. Not sure if this fell on the leap year or not. But anyway, like I said, we black every day. So keep that in mind when somebody try to tell you otherwise. It's your boy Twan the Don. I just got a nice little show lined up for you in a little bit here. Talk to a guest that I haven't talked to in a long time. And she is going to rock it. So fingers crossed that she comes through for me. Not sure how that's going to work, but if she can't make it, I always got somebody special lined up. So tell you what, you tie that down, and we'll be right back. Nubian Public Podcast. All right, Nubian Public Podcast, thank you again for joining me and welcome back. And I have two of my favorite guests in the studio, Mr. Crick, Mr. Classic. You know, he's been with me since day one. You know what I'm talking about? And another one of my favorites that has not been around, Days, what's her name? I want to call her Days Loaf, but she's much better than Days Loaf. So, what's up, cousin? What's good with you?
What it do? What it do?
Yeah. I look here. Look here, Gumshoe. I know you got some things to talk about. You know, so go ahead and make it known. What's good with
you? Man, enjoying the day.
Enjoying the day, huh?
Enjoying the weather.
The weather, yeah, it is good. It is good.
Yeah, it's clearing up. Getting warmer out.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can hear me?
We can. You probably need to get up on there a little bit more.
Yeah.
There we go.
Better.
Yep. So what's on your mind? I've been wanting you to get on for a long time because your knowledge is just supreme to me.
And let's go back to what we were speaking on earlier. Let's go back to what we were speaking on earlier.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What I would like for y'all to speak on where we are at in life, and I'm going to say this, the government is trying to kill us. We already know that.
Yeah.
They are killing us.
We already no, they cannot kill my soul.
Mm-hmm.
They can't kill my soul.
They killing our people. Let's say that.
You cannot.
Right.
They've been doing that for years.
Okay, speak on it. Speak on it.
Right.
It's just time for a resolution on how we gonna stop it.
Well, what type of revolution? What type of revolution? We've been having a revolution.
Back to the old days.
But see, when they tried it back in the 60s and the 50s, it didn't work.
It didn't follow through completely in our way how we wanted it. Like when they boycotted the buses, we were then able to send a front, so that worked. But as far as having a war for a civil right, like the things that us black people fight for are at the very base of where it starts. A civil right.
And a lot.
That's like
civil
saying,
right?
And a lot.
oh, let's just be fair about it.
And a lot of people don't.
Civil?
And a lot of people don't know
Right.
this. Which me and you talked about this before. When it comes to Rosa Parks,
Yeah.
you know, it was a heavy set black lady.
No, she wasn't the first. No, she wasn't the first.
Exactly.
You know.
The heavy set black lady that was on the bus prior.
She wasn't the first. It was a 14-year-old girl.
It goes back.
It was a 14-year-old girl who
13,
decided.
13,
Okay, 13. Well,
13.
it was a
13.
child who decided to go ahead and say, "Look here, I work hard. It's not what you think it is." You know what I mean? And she never moved. She was arrested as a child. They arrested her. You know, Rosa Parks. She was like the third sister that did not relinquish her seat. You know what I mean?
And what you share
really
with me,
don't know history.
This
They
is
don't.
something that
They don't.
this is something that my daughter shared with me.
Mm-hmm.
When my daughter said, Dad, okay, I'm listening to you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand and recognize that slavery, when it comes to slavery, and then you talk about
I'm glad you said that.
when you talk about
let's talk about slavery.
Ignorance, you talk about ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I like D.L. Hughley, because D.L. Hughley speak real shit. But I'm gonna keep it real with y'all.
He's not funny.
What I'm getting at is that when you really, really understand that, wait a minute, this person said such and such about you or me or whatever else. People need to really understand and get it.
What do they need to get though? Especially when you talk about D.L. Hughley, that man was not funny to me.
D.L. Hughley is not being funny. He's speaking political, not only political, but he.
Thank you.
No, it's beyond that.
Cat Williams is much more insightful than D.L.
If you actually watch
yeah.
stand up,
yeah.
he exposed the Illuminati, the government,
do y'all know how great
shit that's been in our face that we still indulging in?
And that's what people don't get. They are not comics.
What is it?
I mean, if you laughing at your pain or the shit that we're struggling with,
they are telling you the truth. They are telling you the truth.
And then that they're telling a joke will get you to laugh, what makes you a comic.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You keep saying that they're telling you a joke. No, they are not joking. They are telling you the truth about reality, about real shit.
I mean, they
at
might
the same
be
time they are
what
joking.
They're being serious,
right.
but they're taking it and creating it in the form where
of a joke.
People,
okay, I get that. I respect
it attracts
that.
people.
Mm-hmm.
Like sex, drugs. It all attracts people, but a dope boy ain't playing about his money. He's serious.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I agree. 100.
I get that.
But here's the thing. When we talk about these comedians, right? You've got D.L. Hughley, Bernie Mac, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. That's one of my favorites.
You know, he's the greatest. However, I got something. No, Red Fox is the greatest. But
that's what I just said. Red Fox is the greatest.
Right.
But I will also say this.
I grew up on Richard.
Richard.
Whoa.
Okay.
I'm
gonna let y'all know.
Richard was a beast, man.
I'm gonna let y'all know.
Richard was a beast.
Y'all really want to know the truth when it comes to comics?
Mm-hmm.
It's what is his name? Paul Mooney. Mooney.
He taught Red Fox.
He wrote all of that shit.
Yeah.
He wrote all of that
shit. All of that shit. From Red Fox to, you know what I'm saying? Eddie Murphy. Yeah.
Griffin,
he taught all of it.
This how I look at comedy though, because all that shit technically Hollywood anyway.
It is.
It's still slavery.
But then let me ask you this.
You niggers really can't get on our show or our channel unless you're making our people laugh, unless you're bringing
I agree.
That's slavery.
I agree.
But then I go back to what I keep saying to y'all. If y'all hearing me, a nigga is an ignorant ass person.
Did you hear what I said? I said nigger. How they look at us.
Watch this.
That's what they label us.
Watch this.
That's how the only way they'll work with us.
People, listen.
We'll be their nigger.
Listen. If people people really understand the true definition of a nigga or nigra, nigger, whatever you want to call it, is an uneducated person, is a person that don't want to work. Why do you think slavery came into existence? Because if we can get these niggas,
a nigga is a lazy motherfucker.
that's a white person.
That's a lazy motherfucker.
That's a white person.
That is a
white
white
person is the most laziest person on earth because they steal everything from you.
But they label us that to make it seem like we don't want to work for shit.
Why do they do that?
Why?
Why do they do that?
Because they want us to believe we have to work for something.
No, they want us to believe. I agree with you. But they want us to believe.
The school system.
They need you to understand, nigga.
I went to a white school
system. To understand, I'm in the business of making workers and not owners.
What they are saying, baby.
I'm the owner. You work for me.
What they
That's
are saying,
life.
I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you.
Did you hear what he just said to that comment I made? That's life. And they want us to believe that.
And I get
it's not life. That's maintaining. That's getting by. That ain't living.
You think that's maintaining?
Working for them to make their family rich.
While y'all going back and forth, I understand slavery. That. Let me tell y'all something. The way that shit is sculpted up to us and sculpted for us is that we are. It's called it's a system. You know what I'm saying? And we are made to forget what is the truth by focusing on shit that does not matter.
What matters is the resolution.
What matters is what you know. It is not. If the resolution is in your head, then that is what matters. But what matters is what we know. What is the real? What is that called? Okay? It's called when you think of something and it really isn't what was the real. What the white man said, okay, that you should believe. It's called the Mandela effect. People don't understand what the Mandela effect is and what the Mandela effect is used for. It's manipulation. There you go.
Say that again.
It's manipulation.
It's a trick. If I can get you to believe it, then it'll go. Right?
Religion. Are we on the same page?
Now do we want to?
Are we on the same page? I'm going.
Do we want to go here?
I'm going. Religion. Are we on the same page? Jesus Christ was not a white man with long, straight hair and blue eyes. No. Are we going to go there or not? Jesus Christ was a black man.
Skin of bronze.
Skin of bronze.
Thank you.
Power. Energy.
We are the God body. We are the universe. Thank you.
So what's the greatest?
Thank you.
That's why they try to manipulate us.
What's the greatest power and what's the greatest power and what's the biggest lie?
The biggest lie is Satan to convince you that he never existed. That's the biggest lie.
The biggest.
You understand?
The biggest lie is us not recognizing and us worshiping God the way that we really need to.
That could be that, but again,
the biggest lie started from Satan.
The biggest lie started from
Satan. Satan did not start the first lie.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
Why didn't he? Explain that, please.
Okay, do you want to talk about Adam and Eve?
I do. Adam and Eve, yeah, because I got some shit to talk about them motherfuckers.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, my mama.
My
mama. I got some shit to talk about them. You know what I mean?
He created the wickedness. That's where it comes from. So he did start it. Before that, it wasn't none of that.
But look,
Everything was
Satan did
when
not create wickedness.
yeah,
I
he
keep
did.
telling y'all
When
that.
they talk
Y'all
about
really
Adam and
don't
Eve,
if
right?
somebody offer you it, the thought came from
Satan
him.
did
It
not.
didn't come from
Satan,
them. He brought it
listen,
to them and
listen,
convinced
listen,
them
and I
to
want y'all
indulge
to
into
understand
it.
this. Satan defiled things. Satan defiled things.
Why? Because he thought that he
What
was
is
better
But
than God
he
What
and
did
is
he can
not.
do
defiling?
things
He
much
did
better
not
than God.
create evil.
Yes, he did.
What is
So God created evil?
defiling?
No, he didn't.
Oh,
No,
Satan created evil when he defiled them in the garden, so-called, of Eden. That's when evil began.
Satan did not.
That's when evil
Satan,
began.
Satan did not. He did not. He did
he was
not.
jealous.
When did
He
evil
started
begin?
it with himself. He went against God.
I'm
He wanted to be
Okay,
God.
and
I'm
I get
trying
what
to
y'all
say that.
saying.
Right.
You got kicked out of heaven.
For what? You know,
Got kicked out of
you are
heaven to do
God's
some
number one, not
to do
Jesus.
some.
Not Satan was God's number one.
Weird.
Y'all know why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Because you're trying to get it out of us to have a conversation.
No, I'm trying to let people understand and recognize the truth.
Oh, okay, understood. They may not all be on board with us, but I'm going to try to tell you.
Y'all motherfuckers better
Satan
get on board.
was God's number one, not Jesus Christ, whoever this dude is. No, he wasn't. Satan, and his name was not Satan. It was Beelzebub.
Michael.
It was the Holy Star. It was the North Star.
Michael.
That was his name.
Michael.
Michael is the archangel, which is not Satan.
Right.
Which is not Satan.
So different.
You know what I'm saying? But Satan was the North Star.
Understand.
When he decided to go corrupt and take a third of the angels with him, you see what I'm saying? He took a third of the angels with him, and when he defiled God, they made him the God of this earth, which is our realm, which is where we live. He's the God of this. Now, when they say in the Bible that even the elect will be fooled, and even though
say that once again.
even the elect will be fooled, okay? When they say in the Bible, even the elect will be fooled, they say that that Satan is a God. He is a God. He is a God of this realm. So therefore, we need to recognize what he's doing, where he's trying to take us, and why we don't need to be on his team. That's all God is trying to do, because he gave us the discernment of right and wrong. We need to understand. Oh, I know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's fucking with me. I know what he's doing. Come on. Look, Nubian Public Podcast, y'all stay locked. Y'all keep it zipped. We'll be right back. And thank you for sticking around for that 16-minute excerpt of an upcoming show that will probably continue in March of 2024. There will be more to add to that show. My two guests that you had just heard will be back after handling some personal affairs and gathering more insight on the topic that we were discussing. So I really appreciate your patience with this show and tuning in and listening to what we had just recorded. Excuse me for that in the background. So I'm going to go ahead and close it down, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you to the 5 countries, including the United States of America, that I do have on board. Without your support, this show would not be possible. My host is Tawana Don. Thank you again. God bless. By the way, hit the like and subscribe button. And if you have any feedback, please leave a voicemail or leave a comment. If you want to be a guest on the show, leave a comment as well. If you know me personally, within the Milwaukee area, Wisconsin, please feel free to drop me a line, and I'll invite you to the show. Any topic you want to discuss, it is open table here at the Nubian Public Podcast Studios. So there you have it.